Welcome to the news again. President Muhammad Buhari has expressed deep sadness over the gas explosion which led to the death of the chairman, Nigeria Atomic Energy Commission, Professor Simon Malam, his son, and 3 others at Sabon Tasha area of Kaduna on Saturday. President Buhari said he is deeply touched by the unfortunate incident, insisting that the death of the erudite professor has robbed Nigeria of a great scientist whose services are needed at a time where emphasis is on science and technology for development. The Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, has placed police commands and formations nationwide on red alert. This proactive measure follows intelligence reports that, sequel to the recent killing of an Iranian general, some domestic interests are planning to embark on massive public disturbances and sabotage. Zonal AIGs and command commissioners of police have been directed to ensure maximum surveillance and security of lives and property across the nation. The police commander have been directed to ensure strategic deployments of both overt and covert police operatives to ensure adequate security and safety of citizens. And gunmen have kidnapped a 70-year-old woman, Mrs. Feintola Wewe, in Ondo State. Her abduction comes 3 weeks after some gunmen kidnapped the wife, children and driver of a traditional ruler of Odigbo town, Oba Rufus Akirimade. Mrs. Wewe was kidnapped on Friday at about 11 p.m. The kidnappers are yet to contact the family of the old woman. 1 U.S. military service member and 2 contractors were killed in an Islamist attack on a military base in Kenya. Al-Shabaab attacked the base used by Kenyan and U.S. forces in the popular coastal region of Lamu on Sunday. The U.S. military says 2 others from the Department of Defense were wounded. The names of those who were killed and wounded have not been released. The attack is the first Al-Shabaab by Al-Shabaab on U.S. forces in Kenya. And the body of Iranian military commander Qasem Soleimani, who was killed in a U.S. military strike in Iraq, has been flown to the city of Ahvaz. Thousands of citizens dressed in black are marching through the city as they mourn the architect of Tehran's overseas military operations. His death took Washington and its allies, mainly Saudi Arabia and Israel, into uncharted territory in its confrontation with Iran and its proxy militias across the Middle East. The United States is sending nearly 3,000 additional troops to the region as a precaution amid rising threats to American forces. And President Donald Trump has issued a stern threat to Iran about any plans for revenge, showing no signs of seeking to reduce tensions raised by the strike that he ordered. It disclosed on Twitter that the U.S. has targeted 52 sites it would strike if Tehran attacks Americans or his country's assets. It says the targets represent the 52 Americans who were held hostage in Iran after being seized at the U.S. Embassy in 1979. Meanwhile, demonstrations against the drone strike are also holding in Washington, D.C. and Los Angeles. Anti-war protesters chanted slogans and displayed posters that read, "No war on Iran."